Live from Kempinski, this is the Golden Movie Awards discussion, and I have been joined by the beautiful stylist, Rita.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You're looking really, really fabulous.
Thank
oh my
you.
goodness.
Thank
okay,
you.
so let's talk about fashion. I mean, I know a lot of people want to see what the styles are wearing, their look and everything. You being a stylist and also styling celebrities in Ghana and beyond.
Yeah.
What goes into putting together one look, for a superstar?
Well, usually the preparation starts weeks before the actual event. So going through styles, fabric, hairstyles, makeup looks, all leading up to the actual day.
So does it have a lot to do with the event they're attending, or the body of the celebrity, or your mood? Which is which?
Well, it's very important to look at the event and see what the dress code is, whether it's formal, cocktail, or casual. And then what the celebrity looks like, what their body type is, what their personality is even. And then we settle on a look.
So you both agree on a certain look.
Exactly.
So do they call you, or you call them, like you hear from Golden Movie Awards, and you call maybe Jocelyn Dumas, like, Jocelyn, I want to style you, or Jocelyn will call you and say, Rita, I need your help. How does it work? Do they call you, or you call them?
I mean, it's a bit of both. Sometimes we stylists approach the celebrities, and sometimes the celebrities approach us. So
who are your favorite celebrities? Who do you call? Who do you pick up the phone to call and say, I want to style you for this event?
Really, I don't have any favorites.
I'm not saying you have favorites, but of course, I just want to know, like, who and who would you call up and say, I want to style you for this? There should be something there, the reason you would even call them in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
if I were to call anyone, I think it would be Patrick. I think she's really gorgeous, and it would be interesting working with her. Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it her skin color? Her natural hair?
It's all of that, yes. I like her haircut. I love her skin color. I love, she's so confident in who she is, so it'd be interesting.
Are you expecting her tonight? Did you call her for this?
No.
You didn't call any celebrity at all?
No, I'm all yours tonight. I'm all yours.
So you're free?
Yes.
And nobody called on you to?
No.
You've been doing amazingly well. Like, I've been watching your page. I know you don't know, but I'm telling you this. I just sneak in like that. I said, what's she up to? Let me just check. And that's it. So tonight, we all have expectations. What kind of look do you think most of the celebrities are going to rock?
Well, I think they're all going to do, I'm expecting a lot of gowns, a lot of trains, a lot of red carpet glam. And then for the men, a lot of tuxes, a lot of suits. So I think they're going to stick to the dress code.
And if you're talking colors?
Colors, with the more dramatic personalities and characters, we might see some color, we might see some print.
Dramatic are the ones that we normally say isn't nice. I'm just making it look cute and sound very good, but it's not nice. This is awful. No. And that's about it, Anyway, so bright colors and hair, like long, short. How does it go?
I think we like a lot of length, so I'm expecting a lot of length and curls and yes.
And who put this together?
Well, it was a collaboration between me and House of Damaris. So she found this amazing navy blue neoprene fabric, and so from there we kind of put some ideas together. And
do you have moments where you can like style a celebrity alone, so you call on another celebrity to help you? You do this? And you're always on top of your game. You do it yourself, and that's it.
I mean, it does get weird sometimes when I have to now think about myself for a red carpet moment. I'm like, oh, okay, now I have to reverse it all. But I mean,
you always do it yourself.
Yeah, I just did myself.
Have you had to turn down any celebrity?
Any celebrities?
Yeah, turn down anyone that wanted you to style them because you didn't think you could work with them.
No, only because I was probably busy. Yeah, you can't take.
Oh, you were busy. And nobody has been rude to you ever.
No.
You've not had any issues with any celebrity?
What kind of issues?
They're divas. Sometimes it's a bit difficult, but I just want to know how you deal with it. Haven't you experienced any unpleasant, situation with any celebrity while styling them?
Well, I think when it comes to our personal image, I mean, it's a touchy subject for everyone. So you shouldn't take it personal. I mean, everyone wants to look good. They're just they won't put their best foot forward. So you have to take the emotions out of it and just think like that. And
so you take the emotions out. You're really doing a good job. I know how I would even be able to do this. Like I can't. But thank you everyone for joining me.
Thank you so much.
I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, so you can just go on the RedCarpet. Fabulous. Okay, thank you for raising my set.
Thank you, Caroline.
Okay, so we will be back again. It's always very important to get help, in organizing events like this. So we cannot even overlook sponsors. They add to it. They make all of this happen. So yes, I have been joined by Theo Sowa, the CEO of AWDF. It is African Women Development Fund. I've known you guys for years, and you're thinking AWDF, so it's basically women stuff, right? But this is Movie Awards, a huge night for Ghana for that matter. So why do you decide to even be a part of it in the first place?
Well, the whole purpose behind the African Women's Development Fund is actually to work on African women's rights. And part of our job, as we see it, is to change the narrative around women. We live in a world where people look at African women and all the time we see pictures of women with babies on their back, babies on their legs, carrying baskets on their heads. I'm not saying that we don't do those things as well, but we all know that African women are so much more diverse. And we also know that African women are strong, they're powerful, we change the world. And so at IWDF, we want to tell that story. We want the world, when they think of African women, to think of the women that women know, our mothers, our grandmothers, our sisters. And so we decided that we really wanted to work with arts and culture, because how do you get a message to the world? You go through popular culture, movies, music. That's what people listen to. Now the movie that shows women in strong, exciting, it changes the way that people look at us. So we're really excited about this. We thought that the Golden Movie Awards are an amazing opportunity for really promoting African culture, African strength, African innovation, and women are at the core of that.
Okay, so you came from like a storytelling point where you decided to be a part of it. Far away. Did you help in the decision making categories? What movie was supposed to be in this category or be taken out? Did you play any part in that?
We actually have quite a wide role. First and our core motivation was about sponsoring an award, the African Women in Film. And that was to make absolutely certain that in the midst of all of these other awards, people really could look at the contribution that was being made by women and really look at how movies can give a really positive portrayal of women. So that's why we sponsored the award. But as part of that, we've been really delighted to work with NMJ and all the other people involved in this. Looking at being part of the jury, which is great. We've got a great team at AWDF, and they were. But also we've done some work with them outside of this, working with women who are in the movie industry and actually looking at some of the obstacles and some of the challenges, but looking at some of the opportunities as well.
This is the second year. Were you a part of it last year?
Yes, we were.
So you're just in.
This is such a great opportunity. It really is. We want people to understand that African women are amazing. And I think people look at movies and they look at movie awards, they look at the writers, the producers, as well as the actresses. And we really believe that we should take and make the most of this opportunity. And I hope that in the future, people really will be talking more and more about African women producers, African women directors, African women writers.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
So let's talk about your look. You get stylist or you put it together yourself?
I definitely don't.
I'm going to your wardrobe and say, okay, let me just put this on.
I actually think clothes are a statement, and I think we're really lucky in Ghana and in most of West Africa that we still have so much of our culture that's reflected in our clothing, in our hairstyles, in the way we are. And so I do a lot of work internationally, and it's become almost like a mission for me that I should be able to represent African women in all kinds of ways. So it's important to me to be able to wear cloth, to make sure that people see that we have innovation in fashion as well as in movies, as well as in women's rights, and as well as in politics. So.
Okay. All right, but you're looking amazing, and I don't want to waste your time because I think we've done it. But thank you so much for being a part of it this year, and we just hope you guys are going to go a long way with us, And then we would also be better in our movies, and the stories that we tell through our movies. Thank you for so much for being here, so you can go and have fun and enjoy. So we have some of that part. Thank you very much. The CEO of AWGF, and I'm being told that Sally and Uti are on the red carpet, so we're going to go there and then come back and do some more discussions. Red carpet, Uti, Sally. On the red carpet here at Kempinski for the Golden Movie Awards. Like I said earlier, this award seeks to honor outstanding achievement in the African television, digital media, and film industries. And tonight, the award is going to recognize film excellence in various categories. I want to know who is wearing what, who is going to walk away with what. Of course, some people are also going to be disappointed because they did not win anything, but it's all good. Yeah, so Irene from last year's event. Watch this.
Good evening, ladies. Oh. How do I turn this thing off? Run
Look on the red carpet too, but we'd have some discussions with the organizers of the show who put it all together. Some sponsors, fashionistas, stylists, models, everybody's going to be an exciting night right here with me. Caroline, do not go anywhere. We'll be back.
Today we make our move towards the future, while looking back on a journey that started 54 years ago. 54 years spent producing the finest lager beer of premium quality, cold filtered, perfectly brewed. Today we make our move to a new look star, with the same great taste that has become the nation's favorite. We invite you to raise a star and make your move into the future. Star, it's who we are.
Okay, welcome back. And I've been told that the RedCarpet remember, we're coming from live here at Kempinski Hotel, and there's going to be celebrities from Nigeria, from South Africa, from Kenya, everybody here. As you can see, it's on and popping, and I am interested in who is going to look what and how and what they're rocking and everything. Who's going to disappoint us? Okay, so who do we have there? Oh, Efarita is on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Vicky Michaels is also on the red carpet. Okay. Wow. Okay. But like I said earlier, there's some brains that came together. Like they always say, it starts with an idea. Somebody came together with some other person and they talked about it, and this came to being. So I have the PI here from NMJ Ghana, the organizers of the Golden Movie Awards, and he is Ken Ferguson, going to tell us exactly what went into preparation of tonight's event. So Ken, you're welcome. Can you just break it down for us?
Basically, NMJ Ghana wants to award promising filmmakers, directors, producers, everybody who plays a role in the movie industry, you know, and we want to award people based on the effort and their toil in the movie industry, because a lot goes into movie production, a lot goes into making a movie, and sometimes because of popularity, the scale is tipped, and people who are of the more popular category tend to be awarded, and then those who really put in the effort, you know, come up short. And so Golden Movie wants to award promising actors, filmmakers, etc., people who put in effort. Okay, and so our key, one of our core, you know, core definitions is that we award people based on effort and not on popularity.
So you're basically saying that there are some people that are popular but are really not doing anything in the movie industry?
Well, not in that sense, but you know, you can start in a very you know, good movie with a very popular person.
Yeah.
But obviously the popular person might outshine the other.
Okay.
Yes, and so, but it doesn't mean that the other person didn't play a very good role. And so we just want to award people who are, you know, who are doing.
You're paying extra attention to detail.
Yes, we are paying
Was it
extra
time in
attention.
putting it all together?
It was because, you know, we have to screen down to the minutest detail, you know, because a lot of times everybody looks at the popular face in the movie. Everybody looks at the popular face in the movie, and so we always overlook who, you know, who really played the very good role, you know. So we have to keep scrutinizing to get to, you know, that point that we need to, spending hours and hours having to, you know, go through all the submissions that we've had. And when we open the nominations, we have quite a number of submissions, people submitting movies, and so we need to, you know, keep scrolling down to, you know, narrow it down. Then we can finally pick out our nominees.
So you had industry players helping you out on it?
Yes, you know, this is because this is an award based on performance, we need to have a body in place to, you know, decide on who, you know, who did this, who did that. So we have a jury board, you know, with very notable people in the film industry, you know, producer, people who have been in the, who've acted, you know.
Okay.
We have Grisomabo as one of our jury members. Yeah, we have Fire Window. Yeah, he's the president of the jury board.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was going to come to this. It's an African award, right? So it's not just Ghanaian actors.
No, it's not just Ghanaian actors.
So in the panel, do you have anybody from outside Ghana also?
Well, we have
decision making.
Yes, we have directors based in partner countries. Okay, so they do the screening and then they bring us the fee that we need.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot going into it.
anything that is going to happen tonight, whoever wins, whoever loses out, is purely just not based on what Ghana thinks, but what Africa thinks.
Exactly.
Okay, and you guys are, you know, looking at doing this for a longer time, right?
Yes. This is our second year, and if you have been following us since last year, you know that our tagline for this year is bigger and better, and obviously it is bigger and better. So at least you know that we are getting somewhere. You know, usually people overlook, you know, rising brands, and I think that we, the organizers of Golden Movie Awards, we are focused on cutting through the market. So we want to do things, you know, really right, spot on, that we do not, you know, anytime there's something that there's a lot of loopholes, people find it like, okay, there's always questions about it. So we want to cover all grounds and then really, you know, keep pushing it to the limits.
The issue on Nadia Boy being the ambassador for Golden Movie Awards this year, are you looking at taking it to another country, maybe picking another actor or actress from another country being the ambassador?
Yes.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Who was the ambassador last year?
We didn't have an ambassador for last year. We started
so
this
why
year.
this year?
Well, we are looking at growing our brand. And so we need a face for our brand. We need a face, to push our brand forward. So Nadia is our face for this year. Subsequently, you're going to see more faces.
Did you shortlist picking her, or was just one-off decision?
No, it wasn't a one-off decision. We shortlisted.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then she came out tops.
She came out tops.
Okay, thank you so much, Ken Ferguson, who's the PR for NMJ Ghana, the organizers of the Golden Movie Awards. We are still going to, talk to some other people. Like I said, we have fashionistas going to come through. We have stylists, we have models, and then of course we move to the red carpet and see what is happening. So another commercial break. We'll be back. It's the live discussion of the Golden Movie Awards right here at Kempinski.